How's it going, guys? Hope you're all well. In today's video I'm going to go through and break down a trade that I took yesterday on the 4th of January on New Zealand dollar. And first of all, I want to know, do any of you guys watching this trade New Zealand dollar? I feel like not a lot of people trade this pair, and me personally, I do think NZD USD is a very nice pair to trade. It's really clean, and you can see some nice moves on this pair, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone else does trade this, but I don't actually see it that often, to be fair. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into today's breakdown, and it's one that I haven't done, for quite a while. So we're on the 4-hour chart, right, to begin with, and what we'll do is we'll jump up onto the daily, and then what you will notice is that we are, pretty bullish on the daily chart. And what I noticed is that we'd come up, we had a little pullback right here, and then we continued, and then we broke this low, this daily low right here, which is actually swing structure on the 4-hour chart. From here, what I was thinking is if we're going to, continue to put a pullback on the daily, what we will do is we will react to this daily fair value gap, and then we will continue down, or at least what will happen is we will come into this daily fair value gap and we will get a reaction enough to take, a 2-3 hour trade intraday to the downside. So as you can see, this is the candle for the 4th of January, just for the simple fact is TradingView is pretty weird and it prints the candle as soon as you, go 1 minute into the next day. So this is the candle where I did take a trade. So you can pretty much see what's happened on, this day right here, right? So what we've got as well aligning with this fair value gap is we've got the previous daily high right here. So that's two confluences we've got on New Zealand dollar. As you can see, we've had a sweep of the previous daily high into our daily fair value gap. So dropping down onto the 4-hour chart here, as you can see, this is the structure break that I was talking about on the daily. So we have that push up, we have that pullback, another break to the upside, and then we get that swing break of structure on the 4-hour chart. Now, as you can see, we've also got a 4-hour fair value gap right here. So you could mark out the 4-hour fair value gap if you wanted to do that, but I will just leave it, marked out as the daily. We've got our previous daily high right here, and that's pretty much the overall trade idea, what I was looking for a, a short position. So what I'll do is I will drop down on to my 15-minute chart right here, and pretty much what we've done, again, as you can see, we've come down, we've broken the 4-hour structure, we are bearish on the 15-minute, and if you've watched one of my most recent videos around, market structure and how you can master and read market structure to a high level in 2024, you will know that when we are breaking lows, so we're breaking lows right, we're coming up, retracing, breaking lows, and we get a break of this high right here. A lot of the time what it will be is it will be a liquidity grab, so keeping that in mind when we are coming in to this trade right here. And again, the confluences that we've got is we've got, previous daily high, we've got Asia range as well as a liquidity pool, and we've also got our daily fair value gap. Now with all this in mind, this is when I was looking to take my trade, and as you can see, we are now coming up into our point of interest. And obviously I do like to see a sweep of liquidity before taking any sort of position. So let's see what happens when we come up even further. So we're now in my London session, right, and then once this happens, I can then drop down onto my entry time frame, which is the 5-minute or the 15-minute. In this case right here, I did take this trade on the 5-minute, so I will drop down onto that time frame. So we're now in London session, we've swept Asia highs, we've swept the previous daily high, we're in our point of interest. So everything aligning, if we do get a realignment on the 5-minute chart, we can then, we're then clear to take the trade. So let's just see what happens now. So we come down, we have a little pullback right here, and then again what happens is we pull back again and we sweep liquidity above these highs right here. So playing price forward, we then go down and break, and what I was looking at first of all when I was at the charts is I was looking to take an entry from this fair value gap right here. But what you will notice is that we do continue further down, and with this being the start of the year, what I thought is, I'd rather get tagged in to the trade on this fair value gap and put my stop above this high, because sometimes when there's momentum like this, price won't always come back to the highest fair value gap within the leg. So with that in mind, what I want to do is just make sure that I got tagged into the trade, bank a few profits for the start of the year, and then we could go from there. So what I did is I entered on this fair value gap right here, stop above this high, and then I targeted a 2 risk to reward. And let's see what happened with this trade. What you will notice, once we are tagged in, so we're tagged into the trade now, and price did actually come to retest on this fair value gap right here. It doesn't actually quite come up to the order block. So it doesn't actually quite come to the open of this order block right here. So if you entered on the open of the order block, then you wouldn't have been tagged in. But in this case right here, it does come up to this fair value gap. So now we're tagged into the trade. And if we play price forward, what you'll notice is that it's quite a corrective move down. You know, there's a lot of pullbacks within it. It takes quite a long time, but eventually what you'll notice is that we do come down and it take profit. So what I'll do is I'll just stick on screen, you know, the MT5 screenshot to show you that I did actually take this trade live. It's not iron tight trading, but yeah, a very simple breakdown, guys. A very simple trade to take if you do trade in this sort of style. But it's one that I want to put out because I've not actually done a video on a trade recap for a while, and I think they do hold a lot of value, especially when people are trying to learn for free and things like that. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you did find value, please leave a like on today's video. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments. And without further ado, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.